Okay, now we are live. Hello, people from YouTube. Hello over there. My name is Gustavo. People usually call me Barska. Tonight we are going to talk about job and interviews. And well, I've been here in a host CC 2022. And I think that's it. I work as a software engineer. Since we are going to talk about jobs, let me explain my job is a software developer, and I really love doing this. Daniela, how about you? Can you introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about your career.
I work with research, consumer research in a company, and I love my job. It's too interesting to discover new things about consumers, how they have needs, gaps about products and service important to improve their lives. And it's very interesting because every day I discover a new point of view about something, about some needs, some product, some issue that we can solve with a product or with a communication. Sometimes it's the way we communicate something, some solution. It's very interesting.
Yes, definitely. It happens a lot. I understand what you said because sometimes I just create some feature or some new app, things like that. And you know what? When we show it to the customer, they just say, "Oh, how can I use it? You know, or how can I? What problems is solved? Things like that. You know." So maybe, yeah, one of the most important things is the way you communicate, the way you explain, or the information about the product, not just the product itself. I quite understand. And Flavio, how about you?
Hello, hello. I work in a plastic company, and I work in the finance department. I'm a I'm a financial assistant. I work in with financial planning. I'm responsible for account to receive and account to pay. And I in my routine I have I need to plan our our receive and our bills. I'm responsible for forecast and budget and other things. But I love my job. I love my career. I'm 21 years old, and I work in finance department. Age I don't remember how can I say há tanto tempo, but I work in finance department 4 years.
Okay, yes, I got your point. I would say also you could say I have been working in the financial department since or 4 years late ago, things like that. You can say. Also, Daniela, I already know you. I think Flavio already know you, but you can present yourself for people for YouTube as well. Just say how old you are.
I'm 40 years old. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm a mother of two little child, and I'm married. And yes, and I work with market research.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, I think we are now ready to start the conversation about jobs. And we are only three people tonight, so we are going to talk a lot. I hope this conversation is amazing for you guys. The first question is, do you like your job and career? And bring some details. So say, why do you like it? I can start, okay? In my case, I really love my career. I think it's amazing to work in technology. I was passionate about technology since I was a kid. I used to, play with technologies, gadgets, things like that. And I always loved computer. So for me, it's amazing to work in this career. And also, I love to solve problems when I'm in my office with people and they say, "Oh, we need to solve this problem." I start thinking, "Oh, how can I solve it? How can I change this? What kind of features I can create?" So for me, it's amazing to work in this field. And how about you, Flavio?
I love my career. I love to job. I love to job in finance. I love to work in finance department and financial area. Because I think work with people is very hard.
Yes.
Because we aren't like people. Nós não somos iguais.
We are not the same. We don't think the same way.
Yes. And we when you work with numbers, the number is it. And is that's it, and no problem, no confusion. It is that's it. And I love it. We work in a financial area, and I intend to work in financial department ever in my life, every time.
Yes, I understand. You know what? I think I understand a bit about your career because my wife, she works in the same department, in another company, and she always tells me that sometimes she needs to, negotiate with another people, especially when you have to negotiate bills, and you need to, ask for some discounts and things like that. I think in that kind of regarding this stuff, you need to talk to other people, and it's a kind of hard. I mean, even in financial department, but I think I kind of understand it, and she also likes to work in this field.
Gustavo, you are desenvolvedor?
Developer, yes, exactly.
Developer, yes. I'm not development, but I can do it.
Oh, nice.
I know to program in VBA in Excel.
Oh, really important. Yes. So you are the guy from the worksheets in Excel. You like to create some formulas and things like that. I understand. Yeah.
And Python and the Power BI. I like this.
Yes, I know. It's nowadays. I think nowadays everybody, everybody know, but every single company needs programmers and people. You don't need to actually work with technology, but you need to think like in a logical way, right? So I think
Yes.
nowadays it's really important.
And
And guys, oh,
sorry.
sorry. Just let
For
me just introduce you, André, because our
okay.
friend, he just arrived. André, are you there? Can you listen?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening, Brown.
Oh, hello,
I'm doing
man.
great.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself, André, please?
So, as I said, my name is Andre and I'm 27 years old. I have been participating in the meetings for 6 months, more or less. I don't know, explain. But I'm currently living with my family in São Paulo, Brazil, since I was born. and that's it. I like to study technology, and about other things, or I like to do money things or something like that.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andre. So I just shared the questions with you in the chat. Okay, tonight we are going to talk about job, career, interviews. Okay, we are in the first question, so I will just Flavio, would you like to finish what you were saying? I'm sorry, I had to stop.
Yes, for example, we have moral routines in in a job, in a finance department. We have moral sheets, and we need to make to do a clean, to make a clean, and when we use VBA, for example, we can do a routine in Excel to do this for us automatic, and
Yes.
we save time in our day.
Yes, it saves a lot of time. You don't have to do that boring tasks every single day, the same tasks, right? So it's amazing. And my job, there are some people, they are worksheet lovers as well. So I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniela perhaps is one. Okay, Daniela, can you answer this question for us, please?
So I love numbers. I love Excel too. I'm from, I don't know if in English it's the same word exactly, um, exactly area. I don't know if it's in English the same, but I love numbers. I have all my experience, previous experience was with research with numbers. So I love Excel. It's very good. About Python, I've heard some days ago a person said that Python is the new English. Everyone has to know. So I'm very curious about this because I think it's the future, and I would like to study Python and some uh, logic language technology some way, because I think it's the future. So I love my work. As I said, and another thing I want to connect with what Flavio said. He talked about routine. So for me, it's the opposite. I love the way I work because I don't have routine. I don't have
Mm.
things to do the same all every day. It's the opposite. Sometimes I start working and turn on the computer, and I have to enter in a meeting to discuss about a thing, but in the other day it's different. I'm working in a workshop, for example, or I'm presenting some results about a category, but in the other day I'm with consumers talk about other subjects. So for me, I'm what is what I love to do is not have this routine and see different things and be involved in different activities. So I have a work for 1 year that I need to do the same thing every
Mm.
day, and I start to be very bored. It's so boring. I go out for another job because it was for me, it's important to see different things. So I think it's about personality, maybe, or some kind of affinity, for example. So, and I'm in love with what I do every day. And that's it.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I kind of agree with you about the personality, about the passion, or the way someone see lives. In my case, I used to work in the help desk. People say help desk. I used to help people to fix problems in computers, in the network, that kind of jobs. And for me, it was just like you said, every single day it was different because the problems were different, the incidents, the tasks, everything were different. And I used to enjoy as well this job. But nowadays that I work with project, every single day is kind of the same. Of course, I have different features to create or things like that. But I think like I enjoy more to work with routine. I really enjoy. It's totally the opposite, as you said. And Andre, how about you? Do you like your career? Can you share with us, please?
So I would like to share my experience, even though I'm not working at the moment. But I worked as a technical support in internet service provider. Is a great experience, but unfortunately, I worked a little bit for 3 months, more or less. I think so. I don't remember, but and about other things. And for example, last week, I did my project in Python. I create. I do some things. I do some things, and I could explain about it, but I'm able to explain in Portuguese because at the moment I have difficulties to explain in English. But I believe that it's a great for me. But within the next future, with the next years, I want to work as in programming. I don't know, because I believe that as far as I know, I search about and try to search about technology. There are many things. For example, I research online about it. There are several things that I learned about it, and that's it. It was my opinion about it.
Thank you so much. I think you are in the right way. I would also choose the same path because it's my actual career and I enjoy so much. So keep trying because there are a lot of vacation, man. Yeah.
I did another project in at work. For example, I did and create. I don't know how to explain. I did in internet service providing and virtual machine. I don't know how to explain. Another project, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to explain in English. But and that's it.
Okay. Yes, I understand you. A lot of technical words and people probably won't understand us as well because techie related stuff and people don't actually understand sometimes, but I think it's a nice career as well, and you should keep trying. Okay, guys, so let's move to the question number 2. I think in number 2, it's we kind of answered this question, but if you want to say something different, otherwise we can go to the next one. Daniela, in your case, do you have another dream job, or your actual job is your dream job? You're muted, sorry.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just made and just make a change in my career. I was more specialized until last year. Now I'm in a job that I'm not more generalist, and I'm opening a little bit the area that I'm working with. So I think nowadays I'm so happy with my work and my job, and I can imagine I can imagine myself in another position nowadays.
Oh, so nice. I think for me it's the same answer. Probably I would choose in the future to have more time, to more free time, in my life. I think for maybe that's the only change I would do, but to keep working the same field, to doing the same stuffs, as you said. And Flavio, how about you?
Maybe I intend to have a long time in finance department, and I will be a CFO in a big company.
Oh, really nice.
It is my dream job, but I can imagine I will have a hard way to be a CFO one day, but I work for this, uh, and I believe one day I will be a CFO in a big company, and it is my dream job.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I
and,
think you
and
can handle it.
and to be a CFO, I need to have a oh my god, I need to have a good English. And
Yes, it's really important.
really important.
Yeah, I know because especially if you work as a CFO or in a really big company, they need to talk to investors and people from other countries, and so English is really important because you need to have a lot of meetings during the day, and I think you can handle it. I hope to see more info about you in the future. Okay.
Yes, I think we don't have moral options in Brazil. We have more moral options in other countries, and if we can explain others thing in others country, we can have uh, more opportunities to crescer.
Yeah, to grow in your career.
To
Yeah,
grow.
definitely,
Yes.
definitely. Yes, I agree. Okay, Andre, how about you? Your dream job, you already explained a bit for us, but if you please could bring some more details about uh, a dream job for you.
Um, as I said, it's important try to speak English better all the time. All the time, I believe that in my case, I don't know how I explain about it because I'm not working, as I said. But if I have opportunity to work to work at my favorite job, would be um, uh, as an as in programming, as I said in question number one. So and there are many things. There are many things that I do, and for example, organizing my schedule and study more about it, and try to do more projects in my life. For example, um, and try to research online about the new opportunities in order to work. And that's it. The question, there are many things that I could explain about it. There are many things I could explain in several hours here. But
Yeah, I got it. And you know,
that's
before
it.
you finish, do you have any company in mind? Let's say, oh, I would like to work as a developer in that company. Do you have any company in mind?
Um, about this question, in my case, would be Google. Would be Google.
Google, really nice. Yes.
The big company in California, Valley do Silício.
Exactly. One of the biggest tech companies around the world, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. Let's switch to the question number 4, and let's suppose you had to change your career right now because something happened, and you cannot work in the same career now in the future. Let's suppose this career won't exist anymore, or maybe you need for some regulatory law to change your career. Okay, so what career would you choose if it's not the career you are actually working or you would like to work? So in your case, and then for example, you said you would like to work with as a software developer, but you had to change and choose another one. Okay, so in my case, I will start. If I didn't work with technology at all, I had to choose a completely different field. I probably would choose a field just like Daniela said, to work with products, maybe in the researching area. So I would love to research about tendencies, to research about numbers, about behavior, what people like to do. That really excites me. The psychology behind buying products, things like that. So I think this is amazing. And if I wouldn't work with technology, I would rather choose this career. And how about you, Flavio?
I think I like to work in logistic department, because logistic in algum in a sub area in logistics, we need to know about numbers and planning and there is we can know about this, and I think I will like to work in logistics department.
Oh, really nice option. I live in Cajamar, as I said. And Cajamar is known as the city of the logistics because there are a lot of, I don't know how to say it, but distribution centers. There are a lot of distribution centers here in Cajamar. Probably if you ask something, if you buy something in our e-commerce, it's probably going to get around here in Cajamar in some place. So yeah, logistics is really important. And Daniela, how about you?
For sure, I would like to work with numbers yet, because I don't know if I would be good in another area, but I think I would like to work with, I don't know, if stock exchange with companies' values, with numbers, maybe analyzing tendencies of values. I'm fascinated with it all the time. I see a news, or I heard something about that, I'm very curious what moves these points. Why a company have a higher price or lose prices, and what and you know, when we have a war like in this moment, and problems with the fuel and other commodities, I don't know, and it's it can change everything about values and about how can I say, the company is hard. I don't know how to say, hard or strong enough to face this kind of moment. So it's very interesting. I don't know, and I think it's a kind of job that people have much money, so it's
Yeah.
good to it's the two good things, the two words. I think I would like to work with it and earn more.
Yes, the financial market, there are a lot of money in this market. People, they handle investments in general, so the money is there, right? So I agree with you. It's a really, because nowadays I work in this market. You know, I am developer in an asset company, so I know because of that. And I really love the stock market. I love to follow companies as well, and I think it's a really nice market as well to work. I agree with you. André, you have you think about another career?
Yeah. About this question, I didn't think about it because I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question. So hard for me. But the question is great in my opinion. But at the moment, if I had to choose about another job, I don't know how to explain about it because as I said, I didn't think about it. But if I have opportunity to change my job, uh, I would like to be a soccer player. I have no
Oh,
idea.
nice, man. Yes, yes. And
Would be
soccer, go on, please.
yeah, in the as I said. So because about other jobs, um, I don't know how to say. I don't know I don't know about it, but actually.
Yes, and if you would play soccer, what position would you choose? You know, in the attack, in the defense zone.
um, uh, I would like to play in mind and filer and defense.
Oh, nice, nice. Yes. Okay, so let's move to a different question. Let's see. Number five. I think number five is nice. Have you ever attended to a job interview? If yes, tell us how was the last one, the experience, you know? How was the last experience you had in the last interview? Can you start, Dani, please?
Yes, I did my last job interview in September last year. The job I'm here, I'm working now, and it's always very hard because I get nervous and I always make a list what I need to say, and always I'm fail. I fail because I forget, I change, and do you know, we have many tutorials and
Exactly.
people saying what you have to say, what you can say, your advantage in your things that you did, and how to improve uh, the history of your career. So I always finish job interview with a feeling of fail.
Yes, I understand you.
It's something very. It's I get nervous. I don't know. I have to solve this problem, but and in the end, I get the job. I got the job, and I think I think in the end, when you are in a job interview, you have to show a little about your competence, not what you did, specifically what you did in a job, but how you face the things, how you react some occasions, and how you express yourself. So in the end, it's the most important thing. In some way, the research, the human resource know to extract it in the job interview. Uh, Even you are very nervous or not say all the things in the correct way. So I think is it.
Yes, I think they all know that every single person is different, but I think in general we get nervous in the job interview, and they understand it, and they, as you said, they want to see our the way we handle the situation, the job, and how we do the tasks. And in my case, my last interview was in, I think, in January 2021, last year, and I got a bit nervous, but it's funny because I wasn't expecting to work in this company. So they went after me and they proposed me to do this interview and things like that. So I wasn't. I think for me, what happened is the more I want a job, the more nervous I get, in the interview. So as I wasn't expecting to work there, I was more relaxed. For me, it was like, okay, if I pass, okay, if I don't, okay as well. So I got less nervous, but also I remember from until now, the last part of the interview, there was some people, around 5 people in the room, only managers and the directors, and also some people watching me in the webcam, in their computers in other places. So that way I got really nervous because I said, oh my gosh. So there's a lot of people watching, and it was so crazy for me. I wasn't expecting that. But it was nice because I could also ask them about the company. I try to understand more if that would fit for me as well. So I think this really helps us in the interview as well. As you said, there are some techniques, but when you ask more about the company as well, you can, kind of relax yourself because now they are answering you, So I think this really have these techniques, and I really enjoyed them. So Flavio, how about you? How was your last interview?
In my case, I start to work when I was 16 years old. I worked as a company agency glass, and I worked in this company in when I was 16 years old. How can I say até?
Until now, you mean?
To now,
Until.
until 20 years old. And 3 months ago, I chose to left this company to work in other company. I received a
proposal. Yeah.
Proposal to work in other company in financial department too, and I accept because I will have more opportunity, and I will have a more opportunity to use my knowledge and to learn too, and I will receive more money.
Okay, yes.
I will be married, and I need money to build my room, my house built. I think, but I had more job interview. I pass. I think I will. No, oh my god. I approved. In this interview job, but I don't want to go to other companies because
Okay.
I think não valia a pena. And but I had one job interview I fail. I participate a job interview to be a coordination financial coordination, but I don't have experience about this because
Yes.
I'm a young, and I start now in this department, this area, and I failed my truth. I think that's it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's important to learn with the failures in the interviews. I think when we want so much a job, we get really frustrated and upset about that. But also, on the other hand, we can learn about how it is to pass in this situation, right? So I think it's really important. And now, Andre, have you ever attended to a job interview?
Question number 5.
Exactly
right. So it's been a long time. I didn't attend. Sorry, it's been a long time. I didn't attend a job interview. I don't remember, but I think it was in 2019 when I was in the college. I don't remember, but I'm trying to remember a bit. So it was a great experience. Even during that moment, I wasn't able to get that position, but I learned many things. And for example, in that moment, when I was in the interview, I made mistakes. It's not good, but I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to scare my problems, and later and try to improve it over and over. Even though it was so hard for me because in that moment I wasn't feel good because I wanted to get that position. And that's it. I already participated another. I already attend another interview job. But I had the difficulties, but I don't give up because I wanted to work a lot, and that's it. And that's it. That's why in 2000, 2020, uh, I was unable to get the position. As I said, I worked in technical supporting and an internet service provider, and that's it. Can you understand?
Yes, yes, I understand 100%. Thank you so much for sharing. As you said, the important is that you learned with the last interview, right? So I totally agree with you. I think we can learn with our mistakes or failures, let's say, and we need to use this information in the next interviews, right? So totally agree. All right, let's move on to, we are only have a couple of minutes left, so let me choose another question. Okay, number 7. As we are learning English, everybody, we are practicing English. If you had the chance to join a job interview in English, would you go for it? Why or why not? And if you already had an experience in an interview in English, you can say it as well, okay? Can you start, Flavio, please?
Yes, if I have an opportunity to participate a English job interview, I will go because I think we need to try. We can't stop in a place, in a moment in our life. We can try. Maybe we can fail, but we can't uh, uh, we can't stop to try. And I think my English not is very good, but I can understand you and I can speak. And and I will try, and I will be I will give my 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 best. How can I say meu melhor?
Your best, exactly. Just
Yeah.
like you said.
Yes. And if I don't pass, I will try again.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I really enjoy what you said, and I think you know when you said that we have to keep trying and keep participating in interviews, even though if we are in a job we like. I agree with this point of view because sometimes we are you are in a position for so long time and we don't. Oh, I like my job. I like the way I am nowadays, but you ended up losing some opportunities, or maybe you can realize that, oh, in the job interview they asked me about this or that and I don't know, I don't have these skills, maybe I should study more, maybe I should keep studying, so I think it's really important as well. And Danny, how about you?
I already did some job interviews in English. The first ones was very difficult, and it was very good to understand what I need to improve, because in this situation you usually know what kind of answers is more difficult, uh, uh, I learned that technical words is not a problem, because all the time we talk, or we see something about that in our day by day, but sometimes some specific vocabulary of a conversation, normal conversation, is our problem, and sometimes only in this situation we know what we need to improve. The last one was very interesting, because I did 2 interviews in English. The first one with a woman in United States, and I was very surprised because she understood. I think she understood everything. We didn't have problems with our conversation, and I passed for this stage of the job selection. But after this moment, I had to talk in English with a Russian and a Mexican, and the Russian I didn't understand. I understand anything. It was because it's like that. They have accent like us. They have problems with the vocabulary like us. They usually talk in English in the same way, translating like us. So in the end, I didn't understand anything, and the Mexican tried to help and try to make the connection with the answers. And I think they don't like me because of it, because all the time I ask to repeat, and I say, oh, sorry, what do you mean? So, and I didn't pass, but it was a very interesting situation. And sometimes I used I like to talk with people that have a very good level of English, because they used to say that some nationality, some countries, people talk in English very difficult and very and worse than us. So it's not our problem. And so it's very interesting. And like you said, it was a vacancy. I think the word is vacancy, the vaga.
Yes, vacancy. Yeah.
Vacancy. It was a vacancy that I'm not very interesting. So interesting. It was a vacancy that if I was not succeed, okay. But what it's as Flavio said, always we have a good experience, even if you fail, and you have to give your best and try to learn how to improve the next one. I think it's that.
Yes, it's a really interesting situation because you have the same, how can I say, the same challenges you have in a regular interview in Portuguese, but also you have the problems of the language because, as you said, the accent, some words you don't know, sometimes some I don't know, some idioms you don't know, and sometimes it's difficult. And as you said, I remember my first interview in English. I was, preparing. I prepared myself to talk about technical stuff. So I was, I will talk about this or that feature. I developed this technique. I did, and in the end, the interviewer, she asked me about my behavior. She would like to know situations and how I handle these situations, and I got, oh my gosh, how can I explain that, so talking about things that happen in the day to day, and I started, Yes, I had this situation, but I don't remember and I don't know how to explain that, you know. So it's really interesting opportunity. If you guys have the opportunity, please accept it because it's really interesting. And on that, if you had this opportunity, would you go?
Of course, it's important. If I have opportunity, I would try to do it. But before that, I needed to practice it over and over. Even if I will be very hard, but in my case, I believe that, in my opinion, I'm the type of person who doesn't like to give up. Even though I'll make mistakes, I would try to do it. I would try to do it because it's important, because I believe that will be a great experience for me and for us, and try to attend an a job interview in English. I believe that is a great experience. But in my case, I never attend jobs interview in English. But if I have opportunity, I would like to do it.
Yeah, that's the inspiration that I never give up, man. You should keep trying, you know, as much as you can. Okay, guys, so our conversation has ended. I will share with you two links. One is the survey. So I ask you if you please could answer this survey and give us a score and say if you like it, if you don't like it. If you want to suggest something, oh, I would suggest you to, you know, bring some different topics, bring some different dynamic. I don't know. You can suggest anything there. And so quick, okay? In less than 1 minute, you can fill this survey. And also the other link is the YouTube. So you can go there in the YouTube and give us a thumbs up to say that you liked the conversation, to say that you like TNT. And if you want to share our channel with friends, family, so people can follow us and give us some help, okay? So that was our conversation. Thank you so much for this topic, this conversation, and I hope to see you soon, okay? Thank you so much.
Bye.
See ya.
Good evening.
Bye
See ya.
bye.
See ya,
Good evening.
guys.
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
Bye bye.